Okay. Um, yeah, this week and last week, what's been going on in terms of my personal practice is this practice of setting boundaries, creating balance, making sure that I shift my energy a little bit when I've found that things have gone out of balance. I've been doing a lot recently, and uh, of course, doing a lot and the stress that goes with trying to manage that, um, combined with one sleepless night when my boo was in the ER, it knocked me out. I got 4 hours of sleep, and then I got sick, and then of course, just as I'm getting better, was 2 days ago, I guess, I pulled a muscle in my upper back. And so these couple signs from my body are even more of a reminder to practice what I teach, in terms of finding balance, in terms of creating boundaries so that I can take care of myself and have my cup filled up so that I can offer to others from that place of fullness. All that being said, allow yourself today to create some boundaries within your practice. So you've decided to be here this morning, to take these 60 minutes to be on your yoga mat. And so when we step into the meditation, I'm going to invite you to imagine a little boundary around yourself, like a fence around you, blocking out anything that you don't need to hold for these 60 minutes, giving yourself permission to be in this space for 60 minutes and to create that boundary for yourself, because you deserve this time just to be in breath and body connection. The other thing is to listen to your body, right? To listen to your body when you're meeting that edge, right? To be really curious with that space, but really mindful, right? Our bodies communicate to us, and oftentimes they communicate subtly. And then over time, if we're not paying attention to those subtle cues, the cues will get louder and louder and louder until we can no longer ignore them, until we get sick, until we hurt ourselves. Um, Pretty standard, I think. I think it's always easier to recognize and see this in hindsight. Anyhow, there are some movements that my body doesn't really like right now. And I'm still trying to figure out what feels okay and what doesn't feel okay. So I might be verbally cueing a little bit more than I typically do. But we are going to begin in a seated meditation. You can, of course, start wherever feels true for you, but we'll be moving from a seat eventually. So go ahead and just take a moment to find either a cross-legged seat or maybe Virasana on your shins, maybe sitting on a yoga block for support. And then take a moment to begin to close your eyes and concentrate your awareness towards your body. You might tip a little bit forward and backwards within the bowl of your pelvis, searching for that sweet spot where you grow slightly taller through your spine. And as the crown of your head reaches towards the sky, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Slide them back in space, and then let your shoulders settle down into the support of your torso. Begin to soften the muscles through your face. Relax your jaw. And deepen your breath. And as you deepen your breath, letting every inhale become expansive and wide, reaching in each direction. Feel how your exhale responds by becoming a little bit longer, maybe slower, steadier, and empties more completely. And as you deepen your breath, begin to visualize around you that boundary. It is you creating that separation, that conscious choice to set aside everything that does not pertain to your body, your breath, your practice for these 60 minutes. And you can get creative here. You can choose to create like a white picket fence. Maybe it is like a wall of bamboo, right? Whatever sort of boundary you want to create, a physical boundary between you and everything else. Visualize that boundary, that wall forming around you. And as you visualize this boundary that you've created, also add into it just a reminder, a gentle reminder that this boundary is made from love, is made from conscious choice to create separation so that you have the time and the space to fill up your cup. So that then you can step back into the world and into your responsibilities and obligations from a place of fullness. Because you've taken this time to care for you, to be intentional with your body, to practice self-love by making space for mindful movement, intentional awareness, and intimate breath connection. And as you continue to visualize this boundary, whatever that customized boundary looks like for you, go ahead and bring maybe one or both hands to your heart. And just, again, offering that intention of allowing yourself to be fully present to this practice, completely connected to each moment as we travel through our flow, doing your best to set everything else aside for this time. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you're ready, open mouth, exhale, release. Again, deep breath in through your nose. And cleansing, exhale, let it go. And then one more time, inhale, fill up your lungs. And exhale to release. And when you're ready, just slowly start to release your hands and open your eyes. So we're gonna stay in a seat. If you're in a cross-legged seat and you want to switch out your shins, feel free to do so. We'll begin by taking an inhale to circle super our hands up towards the sky. And on your exhale, you're going to side bend over to your left side. So let your left hand fall to the earth. Reach your right hand up and overhead. Encourage your shoulders to relax out of your ears. And let your head become heavy towards your left shoulder. So you root down through your right hip. Breathe the long length of your right side body to create a deeper stretch. And then as you breathe out, we're going to slowly switch a circle sweep to the other side. So your right hand's going to reach around, circle sweeping through center. We find second side. And as you lean over to your right, you can get heavy through your left sitting bone. Breathe into that space between your right shoulder and your right hip crease. Relax through your neck, your jaw, head is heavy. A nice big breath in On your exhale, we circle sweep back to where we started. So diving over to the right, through center, and back to our left side. From here, we'll make a twist. So your right hand's going to reach across to your left knee. Take your left fingertips behind you. Prop yourself up really tall as you inhale. Heart and crown extend up towards the ceiling. And your exhale, twist around. And from here, you're going to keep your right hand reaching across your body. Just turn your heart forward to the front of your yoga mat and reach your left hand to the sky. Big breath in. On your exhale, eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. If eagle arms don't work for you, you can also just bring your forearms to kiss instead, actively pressing palms and elbows together. As you inhale, lift your fingertips up towards the sky. Use your shoulder blades to boost your sternum out to the ceiling, so there's a slight back bend through your spine. Then on your exhale, round your spine, so catting your spine, spread your shoulder blades right, aim your fingertips to the earth, so you're creating distance between your hands and your face. As you breathe in, rise up, and as you breathe out, unwind through goddess arms, elbows open wide. Just letting your hands fall to the earth beside you, switch out your shins, and then inhale, circle sweep your hands to the ceiling. On your exhale, lean over to your left side. Take an inhale to your right ribs. This is actually you're leaning over to your right side, breathing into your left ribs. It's a little early to mirror. Then on your exhale, just circle sweep around. Now, as you find your left side, take a big breath in, breathing into your right ribs. And as you breathe out, circle sweep back to that original side. Good. Well, inhale, reaching up tall. Exhale for your twist. Your left hand reaches across you. Right fingertips go behind you. As you press your right fingertips, that second spine support lifts you tall. Big breath in and exhale to twist. As you offer this shape an extra breath, think inhale to the back of your body and up towards the sky. And on exhale, pull your navel to your spine, feel your core light up a little bit. Your left hand will stay reaching across you for a moment as you turn your heart forward. Breathe your right fingertip to the sky. And on your breath out, eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. Or again, option for forearms actively kissing together. Breathe in, think back bend, elbows, fingertips lift tall. And on your exhalation, round your spine, fingertips reach towards the earth. Maybe relax your head, let it hang heavy. Then following your breath, breathing in, lift up again. And with your exhale, goddess arms to unwind. Okay, go ahead and release into your tabletop pose. Start to find your way to all fours. So bring your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And then inhale to your cow pose. Scoop up through your crown and lift through your tailbone. On exhale, cat pose, round your spine. And inhale, cow pose. Heart and tailbone lift. And your exhale, puppy pose. Keep your hips high. Walk your hands forward. Then dive your forehead, your chest down to the earth. From your puppy pose, begin to push into your hands. Wander back into your tabletop pose, all fours. And then tuck your toes underneath and hover your knees just above the earth. You're in your hovering tabletop pose. Your shoulders stack directly over your wrists. Push down through your palms, push through your toes. and draw your navel to your spine. Finding 3 Ujjayi breaths. Take a slow, intentional inhale through your nose. Slowly exhale through your nose. Then press through your hands, slow, intentional breath in. And slow, intentional breath out. Your last inhale here, Ujjayi breath fills you up. And on your exhale, downward facing dog, press your pelvis up and back. Now take a moment to find any movement here if you want to pedal out through your feet. Extend one heel towards the earth and switch and reach your other heel towards the mat. And then from your downward facing dog, we're going to inhale, right leg lifts to the sky, 3-legged dog. On your exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Lower your left knee all the way to the earth. Take a big breath in, reach your heart and hands to the sky, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, goddess, your arms, elbows open up. Maybe sink deeper into your lunge. Breathing in, press through your feet. Lift up through your hips as you reach your hands to the sky. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs. Cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. Then from here, bend both of your knees. Left knee is just going to hover this time. Cow lunge as you inhale. And then step forward to your forward fold as you exhale. Push through your right foot. Left foot to the top of your yoga mat. Head heavy. Take an extra breath in this first forward fold. Feel free to soften through your knees. Take any movement that you want. And then just listening for your breath. The inhale lifts you up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Feel the extension from crown to tail. And exhale, forward fold release. You rise all the way to stand Urdhva Hastasana. Big breath in. On your breath out, your left hand grabs your right wrist. Side bend over to the left side. Follow your inhale to lift and lengthen through center. And then just switch your grip and tip over to your right side. Side bend, second side. And then inhale, lengthen back through center. On your exhale, soft knees, hinge forward to your forward fold. Take a halfway lift with your breath in. And step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, breath out. As you plant your palms, 3-legged dog, lift your left leg to the sky with an inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Breathe in to slide forward to your high plank pose. And then as you breathe out, knees up or down, lower all the way to your belly, all the way down to the earth. As you arrive to the ground, untuck your toes. Breathe into your low cobra, lift and lengthen through your chest. And exhale to release. You inhale, low or high cobra. Option to press up a little bit taller into your front body opening. And exhale to release. With your next inhale, it's up dog or cobra. So you decide what feels right in your body in this moment. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and send your hips up and back. And finding second side, inhale, left leg lifts up to the ceiling. On your exhale, step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Right knee releases to the earth. Breathe in, lift up, see your heart and hands. Anjaneyasana. With your out breath, goddess, your arm, we sink your pelvis towards the earth. Inhale, lift up, see your hips, reach your hands to the ceiling. And then exhale, cat lunge, hands find your mat, lift your back knee, extend both of your legs. With an inhale, we'll bend both of our knees. This time, right knee hovers, cow lunge, pull your rib cage forward. And on your exhale, forward fold, drive through your left foot to step to the top of your yoga mat. And from your forward fold, inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale to release. You rise all the way to stand Urdhva Hastasana, big breath in. And on your exhale, open arms just to the left. So reach your right hand forward, left hand back. Try to keep your hips square to the front of your yoga mat. Breath in, scoops your hands up to the sky. Breath out, second side, twist to your right. Again, hips are squared or rotated to the right side of your yoga mat. And then inhale through center, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale to forward fold, hinge at your hips. Let your half lift with your inhale. Step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat as you exhale. Plant through your palms, three-legged dog. Reach your right leg up high, big breath in. And then downward facing dog, breath out. Slide forward to your plank as you fill your lungs. You choose, knees up or down, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. We'll open up to our up dog or our cobra, big breath in. And then we meet back in downward facing dog on breath out. Now let's take an inhale together. And open mouth, exhale to release. Breathe your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Now listen, staying here, keep your right leg long, but flex your foot and square your hip. So right toes, right knee, right hip point, all point to the ground. Feel that long line of energy from your right heel to the crown of your head. Take a breath in. Stay in one long line, so slide forward into a one-legged plank. Shoulders come to stack over your wrists. Pull your navel in, get strong to your left quad. Staying in that one long line from crown to right heel. Press back into your three-legged dog, feel your right glute really active. Step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Let your left toes still touch, lower your left knee to the ground. Anjaneyasana, breathe in, lift up through your heart and hands. Good, on your exhale, goddess your arms, maybe let your hips sink towards the earth like before. This time as we rise up, it's gonna be high crescent lunge. Press through your feet, rise all the way up, breath in. On your exhale, open arms twist to the right hand will sweep down and back, left hand stretches forward. Powerful through both your legs, inhale to exalt, left hand scoops to the sky. Maintaining your twist, maybe right hand reaches towards your left hamstring. With your breath out, airplane lunge. So start to dive your heart forward, let your hands sweep back beside you. Chest is proud, legs are powerful. Good, from here, bent knee crescent, dip your left knee to a hover. Inhale to lift through your heart and hands. On your exhale, we're gonna shift forward into a gentle standing split. So you're gonna tip into your right foot. Press through your right foot to mindfully send your left toes to the sky. Nice big breath in. On your exhale, soften through both of your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Left foot will arrive to the earth. Breathe in to lift through your heart and hands. With your exhale, bring your hands to your heart and transfer your energy to your left foot so you can flamingo your right heel to your seat. So right heel peels up towards your booty away from the earth. Drive through your left foot, breathing in one-legged Tadasana. Right leg comes with you as you reach your hands to the sky. On your exhale, airplane pose, soften through your left knee and slowly start to sweep it back. This airplane is more about a transition, just slowing down our transition to where we're headed. But give your airplane its moment, draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Think about the entire back line of your body, so your entire posterior chain, breathing up towards the ceiling. From here, we're gonna step back into a warrior one. So as your right toes find the earth, let your right heel spiral towards your yoga mat. Hips square towards the front of your mat. Reach your hands to the sky, big breath in. And on your exhale, airplane your torso forward. So tip your heart forward, keep your warrior one legs. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. With your breath in, lift your eagle arms to the sky. On your exhalation, warrior two, opening to the right side of your yoga mat. Adjust your feet and spread your wings. We'll breathe in to reverse our warrior. Left hand's gonna lengthen to the ceiling. Exhale, side angle. Right hand reaches up tall. Maybe extending your side angle, right hand might reach overhead as you breathe in. Low lunge, hands windmill down to frame your right foot, unhook your right heel. Bring your right knee to a hover, so you're in your cow lunge. Take an inhale. Now, option to keep your right knee hovering, to go to a hovering half split, or option to go back to your cat lunge hamstring stretch. So if you're going to the hovering half split, right knee stays hovering, you just send your booty back, lengthening through your left leg. You might flex your left toes to your face. High onto your right tippy toes, think untouched through your tailbone. Good. Inhale to lengthen from crown to tail. On your exhale, bend into your left knee. Three-legged dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Staying as you exhale, flex your left foot, square your hip. Breathing in, feel the extension from crown to left heel. With your breath out, stay super, super integrated. One-legged plank slide forward in one long line. Good. From here, stand that one long line from crown to left heel, three-legged dog. Pull yourself up and back. And then step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Back toes stay tucked, release your right knee to the earth. And inhale, lift up through your heart and hands. Exhale, goddess arms. Maybe your hips sink down towards your mat. Breath in, high crescent. As you rise and reach up, back knee lifts with you. On your breath out, open arm twist to the left. Left hand's gonna swoop down and back beside you. Inhale to find your exalted crescent. Some of my shapes aren't as big because of my back, but your right hand's going up to the sky. You're twisted to the left. Maybe left hand reaches towards right hamstring. Cool. Inhale here. Airplane lunge as you exhale. Tip your heart forward. Fly your wings back beside you. And from here, they're going into a bent knee crescent lunge. So double bent knee crescent lunge. Right knee comes to hover, push through your left foot. Breathe in to lift through your heart and hands. Breath out. We're gonna tip forward into our standing splits. Without momentum, tip and float your right toes to the sky. Give yourself the space of an inhale. On your exhale, chair pose. Bend your knees and have a seat. Big breath in as you reach. On breath out, hands find your heart. Lean into your right foot and flamingo your left heel to your glute. Press through your right foot. We root to rise one-legged Tadasana. Breathe in as you stand tall. On your breath out, slowly start to fly back into your airplane pose. Now again, think about breathing the back of your body up towards the sky, creating buoyancy through your torso, energy through your lifted left leg. One more inhale as I fall over. And on your exhale, warrior one. Right your left toes to the earth and let your left heel spin down. If you need to adjust from there, you can always move your feet. And for a lot of bodies, warrior one is awkward. We inhale here. Go ahead and dive your heart forward into that airplane torso. And then eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. On your breath in, scoop your eagle arms up to the sky. On your breath out, unravel into your warrior two. There might be a little heel toe adjustment. We reverse our warrior on inhale, right hand reaches to the ceiling. We find side angle as we exhale. Left hand lengthens to the sky. Breathe into your extended side angle, let your left fingertips stretch overhead. Palm faces the earth, left thumb's reaching towards that wall behind your heart. Low lunge, hands come down to your yoga mat. This time step back into your high plank pose. Right foot meets your left. On your inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Finding your variation of a flow. Meet in a child's pose when you're ready. If you would prefer to be in effort, feel free to take a forearm plank or a down dog. I'm going to give my back a moment, so 3 cycles of breath in whatever shape you want. Noticing if that boundary that you created at the beginning of your practice has kind of started to fade. Maybe revisualizing that boundary around you so you can finish out the rest of this practice and connected to the moment and present to here and now. Go ahead and find your way back into downward facing dog when you are ready. Just take a deep breath into the nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Now think about trying to lift your right knee as far away from your right hip point as you can. Big breath in. Then step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat, breath out. We're gonna find our way into warrior 2 feet. Left heel rotates to the earth. Once you have your feet sit up, hips get low, press and root to rise. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Good. We'll inhale to our star pose. All 10 toes turn forward, reaching up. Exhale, goddess squat, heels come in, sink low. So revisiting the side bend action that we began class with, we're gonna inhale, reach your left hand. I'm not gonna mirror you. Lift your right hand to the sky. Left elbow can come to your thigh or it can hover. And then go ahead and find yourself back to center, goddess squat. And just taking a breath in to reset. Exhale, second side. Your left arm is going to reach up and over. Pull your right elbow in to hover or rest it on your thigh. We'll breathe our way back to center, goddess squat. As you breathe out, you go wrap your right arm underneath your left. Make sure your glutes are still actively opening your knees. On your inhale, lift your heart, lift your fingertips. On your exhale, think cat spine. Round through your torso. Fingertips aim towards the earth. Breath in is going to lift your arms back up. Think fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, goddess arms. Taking a breath in. On your breath out, eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. As the heat builds in your legs, continue to breathe deeply. Lift your heart, lift your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, cat your spine. You're aiming your fingertips towards the earth. You're active through your belly. You're super rounded through your torso. With your next inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, unwind, goddess arms. Press through your strong feet, root to rise, star pose as you inhale. Warrior 2, the back of your yoga mat as you exhale. You'll be bent into your left knee. From the strength of your legs, this transition is always a little tricky. Warrior 2 to high crescent lunge. You're gonna unhook your back heel. Square your hips, take your time. Inhale, reach it high. And on your exhale, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Sink your right knee to a hover. You have 3 options for your legs. So we have a hover here, right knee is floating above the earth. Option to keep that. Option 2, right knee all the way to the ground. Option 3 is your traditional high crescent. So you decide your legs. From there, inhale your hands to the ceiling. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left hand sweeps down and back. Keeping the twist, breathe in to exalt. So you're going to bent knee, exalted crescent. On your breath out, we're going to go towards a revolved half moon. So you're going to lengthen to your right leg. Start to tip forward. You can take airplane instead if you want to take out the twist. You're balancing on your left leg, hips are square. Right fingertips reach towards the earth, left hand twist towards the sky. Energize through your right leg. You're just here for a moment, big breath in. Listen on your exhale, soften your left knee. Using your strong core, chair pose. Slow, slow, slow. You're going to place your right foot to the earth. Breathe in, lengthen through your arms. On your breath out, prayer twist your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So first time in prayer twist today, a little bit of a deeper twist and rinse through the torso. You can stay here if you want another balance challenge. Looking at the earth is helpful, but you're going to transfer your weight to your right foot. Maybe come to left tippy toes. Maybe flamingo your left heel to your seat. If you want to lengthen out your left leg like an airplane pose, you can do that as well. We're just here for one breath in. If your left foot is lifted, place your left foot back to the earth. Unwind, chair pose with your in-breath. Forward fold on your out-breath. Take a big breath in as you lengthen halfway. On your exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. So step back or flow back. Decide what feels good in your body. No right or wrong. Okay. So we're making our way back around through second side. You're going to inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale to bend your knee, open your hip. You can think about creating as much distance between your left knee and your left hip bone as you can. And then slowly step your left foot forward to the top of your mat. Set up just your feet for warrior two. Try not to rush the transition here. Once your feet are rooted, Virabhadrasana 2, we rise. From here, star pose. Breathe in, reach tall. Exhale, goddess squat, heels in, sink low. You're going to do a little bit of a different upper body movement this time. So in your goddess squat, make sure your navel's drawing to your spine, shoulders are leaning back over your hips. Reach your arms wide as you inhale. On your exhale, go ahead and sweep your arms in front of you and hug. So just crossing out your elbows to hug. As you breathe in, unwind, open to be shoulder blades squeeze. And exhale, sweep. Opposite arm goes on top and hug. Now once more each side, we inhale, sweep open. Exhale, switch hug. Inhale, sweep open. Exhale, switch hug. Good, inhale, sweep open. Your exhale, hands to your thighs. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Breath out, dip your left shoulder in, twist to the right. So bending through your right elbow, left shoulder tips to the earth. It doesn't really matter which direction you go first because we're just going to take second side. So breathing in, lengthen through the midline. Breath out, second side. You're going to dip the opposite shoulder in and twist the opposite direction. We navel pulls in to facilitate that rinse through your center. And go ahead and bring it back through the midline. Pressing through your feet, star pose, rise up, reach up. Warrior to the front of your yoga mat. So you'll be spinning into a bent front knee. Your left heel has to slide back to create that space to open externally through your right hip. And from there, a little bit of a wobbly transition. Really, really hug to the midline, light up pelvic floor. High crescent line. You're going to pivot and adjust. If you need to wiggle your feet out a little bit wider, you can always do that. Find your inhale. Exhale, left knee comes to a hover, hands to heart center. So again, you have your 3 leg options. Left knee floating, left knee grounded all the way to the earth, or your traditional high crescent. From there, feel your right glute, drive your right heel into the earth. So your right thigh bone plug into your pelvis, and then recommit to the lunge through your right knee. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. On your breath in, exalt your crescent. You keep the twist and you tip it tall. With your exhalation, we're going to either airplane or revolved half move. So revolved half moon, you maintain your twist as you shift your weight to right foot and flat. Airplane pose, you take out the twist, you're square to the earth. On this side, I can't really twist, but you can if you want to. Taking a breath here. Active through the back leg, proud through the chest. Try not to let your heart and your head droop low. Activating through the muscles along your spine to keep your torso lifted. From wherever you are, you're going to slowly, super slowly bend your right knee a little bit. Use your core to pull your left knee towards you. Chair pose, place your left foot to the earth. Inhale, lift through heart and hands. Exhale, a prayer twist to the left. So you're going to rotate your heart to the left. And then you can decide to stay there. You can decide to transfer your weight to left foot and maybe come to right to be toes. Additional balance challenges would be right heel to seat flamingo leg, or the extension of your right leg back like an airplane leg. Whatever variation you have chosen for yourself, be there fully, consciously choose to be in that moment with your body and breath. And then we'll meet back in a chair pose with control. Right foot returns to the earth if it's lifted. Breathe out through your center. And exhale, forward fold, release. Yeah, just take an extra breath in your forward fold. Maybe sway a little side to side. Then we're going to inhale to lift up halfway. Then exhale, go ahead and forward fold, just release. Okay, rising all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Make your way up tall. Take a second to be here, standing tall and proud. Maybe close your eyes, flip your palms to face forward. Help open across your collarbones, your chest. Breathing in slowly, fill up your body with breath. As you breathe out, feel your energy settle down towards the earth, strong to the four corners of your feet. You're gonna move your weight into your right foot. Maybe just come to left tippy toes to start. As you're ready, bring your left knee up. You're in one-legged Tadasana. Hands come to heart center or reach to the sky. Then stretching out our hips in a standing balance to counterbalance what we've been doing. Outer hip stretch, we're going to go figure four. Left ankle stack on top of your right thigh. Flex your left ankle as you sit into your one-legged chair. Ekapada Utkatasana. Now, you have the option to stay in your figure four. You have the option to start to slide into eagle pose, Garudasana. If you're sliding to eagle, you're going to lift your heart up a little bit, tip your shoulders back a little bit. So just slide your left thigh over your right. Zip up through your legs nice and strong. Now, there's typically this hinge in the body when we enter eagle. To lean the shoulders over the hips, you have to bend into the standing leg. That's your right knee. Super slow motion. At the same rate you slide your knees forward, you're going to tip your shoulders back, getting more vertical to the earth. If you have that first piece complete and you'd like to add in your eagle arms, you would eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. You can also keep your hands at your heart like me, just finding the variation that is interesting in this moment for your body. Take a breath. Super slow motion, trying not to rush the exit. We're going to slowly unravel back to our one-legged Tadasana. Left knee lifts, hands go wherever, maybe at heart, maybe to the sky. And exhale, just place your left foot to the ground. Take your feet as wide as your yoga mat. I'm just going to tick-tock your hips from side to side or draw some figure eights with your hips. Maybe switching directions if you're drawing the figure eights, just letting that go. Okay, second side. Getting super strong through your left foot. Activate through your core, through your navel, pull towards the back of your spine, and then up energetically towards the back of your heart. You'll bring your right leg up Maybe starting at that 90-degree angle. Give yourself a moment to actually feel the four corners of your foot and your toes on the earth. You feel the inner and outer heel of your left foot, ball mound of your left foot, and all the toes of your left foot. Planting into the earth, creating your roots. From there, you can stay, or you're going to take a figure four, right ankle on your left thigh, Ekapada Utkatasana. As you flex your right ankle, think about cinching up to your right side body, your right oblique. So energetically, you're lifting your right hip point square with your left. I think someone is calling Marcus's computer. I don't know what's happening over there. From wherever you are, you have the option to stay or to move on. So you're always making that pause to check in with yourself to decide what you need, that conscious choice. If you're going to eagle, you're going to start to lift up and out of the figure four just a little bit. So you can slide your right thigh on top. Zip up through your shins. Keep that lift through your right hip. That's a big, big energetic lift. It's going to require your left glute to light up, to lift your right hip square with your left. If you're wanting to slide your knees forward, take your shoulders back, take that moment. For full eagle, you're going to eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. But remember, you can always work these components individually, so we can already work the eagle arms throughout practice. Now we're working the legs. If you feel like putting them together is beneficial for a challenge for you, you can. Otherwise, maybe you just allow yourself to focus on one element at a time. When you feel complete, you're going to slowly stand up. Try not to lose the intention of what you're doing as you exit. Then place your right foot to the ground. Take a moment to release that out. And the feet go as wide as your yoga mat. Sink into your Malasana squat. Toes turn slightly wide. Heels draw slightly in. Get really tall through your torso, through your outer seats. Your outer glutes really active to help open your knees. Full inhale. And then on your exhale, go ahead and release your hips to the earth. We'll take a butterfly shape here, soles of your feet come together, knees fall open wide. Maybe scooching your feet closer to your pelvis if you want more intense of an angle in your hip opening. Inhale to lift and lengthen through heart and crown. Exhale, fold forward any amount. And then offer 3 cycles of breath into this shape. If you feel like you'd like to stay a little bit longer, go ahead and stay. Otherwise, slowly start to rise up. Releasing out, send your legs long across the earth. Inhale to sit up tall through your torso. And on your exhale, use your core to slowly and gently roll down. I'm going to just tip down. But we're going to meet on the back of our bodies. Once you find your way there, just take a moment to settle in. Becoming aware of any subtle sensation, any not subtle sensations, any loud sensations in your body that might be present. And just practicing that noticing without judgment. Just being curious and taking note of what arises. Not needing to label anything as good or bad. And from here, go ahead and bend your knees into a 90-ish degree bend. Knees stack over your hips, flex your feet, zip your legs together. One little core connection before we completely release into ease to balance our effort. So your knees are going to stay at 90 degrees. Send your arms out wide like a capital T. Just using your core, you're going to inhale, let your knees tip towards the left to a hover. On your exhale, use your core to pull your knees back through center. So the intention here is to use your core more than your arms. And your inhale, knees tip over to the right, just to a hover. And your exhale, use your core to bring your knees back to center. And taking a breath in, this time on your exhale, your knees tip over to the left, all the way down to the earth, gentle twist. And then completely let go so that you can feel that contrast between the effort in those floating twists that are core connection and the ease when you let go into the support of the earth. When you're ready to move through center, just slowly and gently start to bring your knees back through the midline, breath in. Then exhale your knees over to the right, gentle twist, second side. Settling into the earth, take a couple cycles of breath here. And just like before, taking your time, there's no rush. You'll bring your knees back to center again. Option for a happy baby pose or any final shape you'd like to incorporate in your practice this morning. Any add-ons? Anything else that you need to feel complete? Send a breath down into the back of your body. So breathing the back of your body into the earth. And then on your breath out, you'll find your way to Shavasana. If you're exploring a shape or movement, feel free to take a couple extra rounds of breath before you lengthen out and settle in. As you begin to find your way into your final relaxation, your eyes close. If it would feel good, maybe take a cleansing breath and inhale through your nose. And an exhale out of your mouth. And then these last 2 minutes of your practice are an opportunity for you just to be in your body as you are, to practice maintaining that gentle commitment, that gentle boundary between you and everything outside of your practice. Again, just giving yourself complete permission to be here and to set everything else aside for these last few minutes. Just one more minute, allowing yourself to reestablish that connection to the present, to notice again how your body feels and all the sensations that are present within your physical vessel, to notice what's moving through your heart and what's moving through your mind. As you take inventory of your internal landscape, it's being curious, again, noticing without judgment. Maybe taking a moment to acknowledge the time that you took out of your morning to be here, to be in connection with your body and your breath, and what a gift that is to yourself, but also to everyone else that you move through this world with. Again, when we make this space to intentionally fill our own cups, we come from that place of fullness in every interaction, conversation, and relationship. And so either staying exactly as you are, or maybe just bringing one or both hands to your heart, feeling that fullness that your practice helped to establish. I take this final moment to pause in gratitude, grateful for this practice, the pathway that it lays out for us, grateful for our bodies and what we're physically capable of, grateful for our breath, the life force energy that offers us every moment of every day. And grateful for this time that we shared and the energy that we exchanged. We seal it in with one breath of gratitude. Deep inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, release, and let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, guiding us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for being here, and namaste.